And we are live. We're live. We're live. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today here. Stock Markets with Bruce is the name of the channel. I'm Uncle Bruce, and I welcome you here to the show for Tuesday, October the 22nd, 2024. Nice to have you with us. We try to explain here in the markets what's going on in plain English. And a high number of my viewers have become lethal option writers and are enjoying the fruits of their labor, enjoying shrinkage of option values as they write them and sell them up here and buy them down here and keep the change. Congratulations, many of you here, regulars, who have been joining me now for over 3 years as we have gone down the road of discovery on how options actually trade, how they work. Many of you, when you first joined this channel, were terrified of options, absolutely terrified. You heard nothing but horror stories, how, option gamblers lose all their money. Then you listened to me for a while and you realized, wait a minute, he's not talking to us about buying options. Uncle Bruce is talking to us about writing options, actually selling them to buy them back. This is the opposite. This is a George Costanza move he's doing here. Backing up that knowledge with classes is what we've really done here to help you guys understand just what this is. I am turning you into casinos, and I'm convincing you to become just like institutional investment firms. I'm turning you into miniature institutional investors. You're asset managers. You're not gamblers if you're writing options. In my humble opinion, you are not a gambler. You are a casino. You are writing options that are worthless. They're out of the money. They have no intrinsic value other than time. That's the only asset they really have is a time value. You're allowing time to go by to allow these contracts to shrink in value. And you're going, well, I sold these 10 contracts for $3 each. I brought in $300 times 10. Brought in $3,000 in cash. The cash is in my account, just like a casino. The bets are in the casino's hands. They got the money. And I'm only going to give a fraction of this back. I like this game, people are saying around here. And there are people here who are deciding once the value of the contracts reaches half their original value that I got, I'll close out my position and say, I'll give back $1,500. And I'm going to turn around right now and find a new contract to write for $3 a contract and bring in another $3,000 fresh money for a new contract. And people are doing this time and time and time again on more than one stock at a time. They're learning how to write call options. They're learning how to write cash secured put options. They're learning how to write poor man covered call options. They're learning how to write credit spreads. All of this requires education, or like we say around here, edumacation. You have got to understand how options are created, how they trade, how they die, how they expire. And you need to understand the nuances of what are options, how do they work, how can you write them, and when is the best time and the best way to take advantage of these markets. Like anything else, if you want to become a shoemaker, you're going to have to learn how to make shoes. If you want to become a brain surgeon, you're going to have to get educated on how to become a brain surgeon. You want to learn how to write stock options? You should take some courses on how to learn how to do that. Well, instead of me setting up 250 different lessons and putting you through a weekly nightmare of complicated, insane to understand, crazy formulas, I've just made some classes that I did these classes in front of a live audience online with a whiteboard behind me. And I would just speak for about an hour and a half per class, roughly, to go over certain parameters of option writing, and started at lesson number 1, number 2, number 3, and each class built on the class beforehand. And now we're up to 17. And there are viewers here who started writing options very quickly after 1 or 2 lessons and have taken the time to absorb the next lesson, the next lesson, the next lesson, and are now into much more complicated option strategies than they ever thought they would ever do. And they have found out that, this poor man cover call thing, I really like this. And others are saying to me, these credit spreads, I like credit spreads. I had no idea what these were, but now that I've got a handle on it, this has got my name written all over it. Others here are cash secured put writers, call option writers, pure cover call option writers. You won't know until you try it. And the good news is, if you're thinking about becoming an option writer, you can kind of do this risk-free. You can hang around here and watch me every day yap away about options and answer comments and questions here from my viewers. And then you can, if you're in America and Canada, you can go to brokerage firms that offer practice accounts. I believe there are practice accounts available elsewhere, perhaps Europe, the UK, and so on, where with a practice account, you can fund it with a fictional amount of money, or it comes with an exact amount of money that goes in. It's all pretend money. And you can actually do trades, live market trades, using actual live market values without using any of your money. And a number of viewers of this channel, as much as they, enjoy my commentary and love the fact that a bunch of viewers here talk about, how you can write contracts, they've decided to double check these people, and they're noticing the trades that they mentioned they're doing, and they're replicating these trades inside practice accounts. The minute they see a comment coming across that I just did this trade, just did these puts or calls or this credit spread, they replicate those trades inside their own practice account for nothing. And then they fold their arms and go, well, let's see if this trade works out or not. And that they want to know, is this for real or is this just BS? And it has happened here many, many times where people have said to me, I just wrote my first ever contract. I just wrote my first ever option because of your channel. I took classes number 1, class number 2. I'm now going into 3 and 4. And I started writing call options on my stock that I've been sitting on for years. It's just been sitting there. And I just hauled in $400 in cash. However, up until today, I was only doing practice account trades for the last 3 months. I was very cautious about this. But the practice account trades work out. They work. I can't believe it. Now I'm doing it with my own money, with my own stock, with my own account. And some folks then say to me, I did my first option trade and I cleared $400 on it, and that's enough money for 2 more classes, $150 a class. These are paying for themselves. I can earn while I learn. The good news here is it won't take you very long to make more money than it'll cost you to take all the classes. 17 classes right now at $150 a class, $2,500. It's going to take you 40 hours of instruction, or whatever that number is, maybe 43 hours of time to actually watch them all. And you're not going to do that in a week or 2 weeks. It's going to take a while. So you're going to watch classes at a pace that's good for you. And you're going to start writing options a little here and a little here and a little here and a little here. And after class 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you're going to go, okay, I'm getting this. These comments people are making, I understand what they're saying. I actually get this now. And now you're going to become an actual option writer. And you're going to take pounds of flesh off the market like you cannot believe. Because as a casino, you are offering the gamblers options that they want to gamble on. They're the ones taking all the risk. They have limited time. They're buying out of the money contracts that you're selling them that have very little time to live and that will likely depreciate in value dramatically in a short period of time, where you are the one deciding when to buy back a call or whatever put you written at whatever price you want to set. And you're the one deciding, well, yeah, 50% gain on this trade, I'm taking it. 70% gain, 80% gain, I'm not buying these contracts back at all. I'm going to let them expire. They die this Friday, and they're out of the money, and they're going to be out of the money on Friday afternoon. I'm not even buying them back. I'm going to let them go to zero. And on Monday morning, I can write new contracts because Friday, these died, and now I can write more contracts. Let's do this again. And so there you go. You decide. You're in control all the way with this trading strategy, not the market players, not the market makers, not the hedge funds, not the professionals out there. You're in charge of when you write more contracts and how you do it. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you all for joining me so far this morning. Great to see you here. There's a poll question out today. You can take a look at that. Let me know if you what you think about this poll question. I have 115 votes that have come in so far. This is tremendous. I love it when people react to the poll question. We were curious, Jennifer and I here, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike. We were sitting here this morning wondering how many people actually do practice trade in practice accounts. Maybe I know for a fact that a number of my viewers have said to me, I've been trading options for years. I've been doing covered call trading, and I've done cash secured put writing. I've done that. I've written calls, I've written puts, but I've not done any credit spread trading. And you came out with the lessons about credit spreads and how to do iron condors and how to do rollovers and stuff. And I thought what I was going to do was I was going to do some practice trading first before I committed any capital. And so a number of you who are longtime viewers here are using practice accounts as well as real accounts to try different trades. At the moment, the question goes like this. I used a practice account before I started writing stock options. That's the question, yes or no answer. And 119 votes are in here, 119 answers. 17% say yes, only 17. 83% saying no. You know what, Bruce? I'm hanging out here watching you and watching all the comments from your other viewers who are option writers. And the first time I wrote options, I just thought I'll write one option contract in my account. I've got 500 shares of GameStop. Why don't I use 100 shares of GameStop? I'll write one call option against 100 shares of my GameStop, and I'll write a call option that is out of the money that will expire in 2 months. Let's see what happens. And many of you have done that kind of a trade as a first ever trade. Some of you have done your first ever trade as a cash secured put trade. And a number of you out there have started building your trades from that level. And after a few times doing it, seeing how options go up and down in value, like stocks go up and down in value, and watching shrinkage start to make its move, some of you have decided, I'm going to do more of this. So I'm going to write all 5 contracts. I got 500 GameStop. I'm writing 5 call options. For some of you out there, I know you sold your GameStop shares, turned around and bought deep in the money call options on GameStop that expire in 2026, 2027, and you're writing options on those options. And all of a sudden, instead of writing 5 contracts at a time, you're writing 9 or 10 contracts at a time, because to buy a deep in the money option is cheaper than holding the stock, giving you more ability to write more contracts. And if you can bring in $3 a contract, $300 a contract, you can write 10 of them instead of 5 of them. Instead of bringing in $1,500, you're bringing in $3,000 of gamblers' money into your hands, and you're sitting here going, geez, this is I've never had $3,000 come into my account like this before. This is great. I'll sit here, fold my arms, and see if these contracts shrink in price. The stock doesn't go up very much. These contracts will shrink. They'll go down in value. They're running out of time every day. They run out of time. And once they hit $2 or $1.50 or $1.25 or so, I'll buy them back and I'll score half the money, 3/4 of the money, and I'll write another batch of 10 contracts. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll buy back these 10 contracts at, say, $1.20, write 10 more at $3 again. And now I'm going to use the additional cash I have that I built. I'm going to buy more of those deep in the money contracts to write even more contracts. So now I'm writing 12 at a time instead of 10 at a time, or 13 at a time instead of 10 at a time at $300 a shot. Now I'm bringing in $3,900. This is an interesting little game we got going here. And all of a sudden you're figuring out this is what institutions are doing. This is what these professional traders in New York are doing. Holy crap. I could have been doing this 10 years ago if I knew Uncle Bruce existed. Welcome to the party, pals. It's great to have you here. Thank you for joining me. 124 answers now on that poll question and climbing. 79 thumbs ups already in the house. Thank you, everyone. 83% of you are saying, I don't even trade in a practice account. I don't even bother. Isn't that interesting? I find that fascinating. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Stephen Butler was here this morning. Thumbs up number 2. So is Richard Carlin. Deep value number 6. Big E. I'm the 8th thumbs up today. I'm right here, buddy. Charlie C2. Good morning, all. Number 12. CKT 16th. The man. Practice accounts are just time spent not making money. That's okay. Sharon is in the house. Number 19. B. Griggs, good morning, everybody. Bobby, practice accounts. If no skin in the game, you won't play it. Bobby says, setting up for another SoFi Green Day today. Let's go. Aurora, good morning, everybody. I am thumbs up 25. Amy J, I'm number 28. Tom Kaufman, good morning, everyone. Bagel Babe, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Eddie Martin is here, number 32. Joel Warner, number 37 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you. Bobby Axon, late. The seas must be angry today, my friends. JD, Bobby, at least he's not in the old Edmund Fitzgerald. Good morning, everyone from Hector. Robert is in the house. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. And all stock markets with Brucers. Thumbs up is unknown, but I've given him one. That's great. Thank you. James of the Misty Tree. Oh, I love Edmund Fitzgerald's voice. JD, laughing out loud. Hector, don't rush home, Uncle Bruce. There is snow in them there hills. Romeo, good morning. I'm number 54. The man says, looks like SoFi is looking for a nice, healthy pullback this morning. Splair, good morning, all my lovely simpletons and Uncle Bruce. Dirk is here throwing 279 around like it's easy money. Been a long time GameStop holder. Is it true hedgies will get wedgies? Dirk wants to know. Thank you for the donations. Dude, I just went for it. Snap at first. The best way to learn the lesson is when you have to deal with consequences. Now I've gone through bigger and match. I'm now matching my day's income. I am making the kind of money writing options that my boss pays me at work. And
That's
this
wonderful.
is exceptional.
That's
and
what
it
we
is a turning point for some folks. It's when you start to match your paycheck, you start looking at life in a different game, a different way, completely. When you start to make 1.5 times your paycheck or double what you make at work, writing options, this starts to really change how you look at your situation, because more and more people on this channel eventually realize I don't need to work anymore. I can quit my day job and say thanks. Anyways, I think I'll be a full-time option writer. I'll hang out with Uncle Bruce every morning. And then I'll watch my markets, I'll do my trades, and I'm going to completely change my life. Some of you in your late 40s and 50s, retiring mega early. You're saying, I'm not retiring in that I'm not working. I am working. I'm working for myself, but I'm now going to do what I do here at my home, and I'm not going to commute to that office or that warehouse anymore. Forget that nonsense. This has changed everything, and way to go, you guys. I'm stoked. B Tizzle, I spent a year using a paper account before real money. My trading style is completely different now, but it was still really beneficial to learn the absolute basics at a slow pace. And there you go. For some folks, this works perfectly. This player just finished very soft and cuddly 5 minutes with my two Digo girls. Let's get ready for stonks. Okay, the man. Dude, exactly what I did. Lessons are learned much better when you go, oh, geez, where did my money go? One, classes 1 to 7, practice account for 3 months, made my first 500 by the end of month 3. This is my 5th month writing, and I have 10 active contracts. Right on. 1, classes and daily shows are a must to expedite your knowledge and earnings. Right on. Dude, though, that being said, I'm sure there's a person that would start with paper trading goals. I was just going to ask about spreads. The man, I just play it safe. Extra money is extra money. It will compound in time. Jose in the house. Hi, Uncle B. Can you explain a 1454 for SOFI and what will happen? I have to have the stock move even more to the upside. Are they exercising at that price? The key about the $14.54 price for SOFI shares is that at 1454, the call option that SOFI has on itself, which I find wild, this never existed in the 70s and the 80s when I entered the business. These call options, this call option that SOFI has on its own stock, it maxes out at 1454. The stock can go higher, but SOFI will make no more money on their call option. They have a special capped call. It's a capped call transaction with their underwriter that caps their gain at 1454 a share. Now, as I read it and as I understand it, at 1454 or higher, SOFI will have made so much money on their option, on that option trade, that they will be able to cash it in. And in exchange, instead of taking cash, they will take stock for this gain, equivalent to all the money that they raised, 850 million that they raised about 6 or so months ago. And this is free trading stock that the writer of the option, which is their underwriter, will have to deliver to SOFI. This is free trading stock. I believe that the underwriter bought up when the shares were below 950 or so a share. Under 950 a share, the underwriter bought up a bunch of paper, and they bought stock in the 6s, the 7s, the 8s, the 9s. And as you've noticed lately, we've been moving up, 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 and we broke through the 950 level. And the broker by now owns enough stock to hand to SOFI at 950 odd per share. And the average cost that the broker paid for the stock is below that. So the broker's making money on this transaction. Don't worry about the poor broker. They're not losing a dime on this deal. The money has been raised through an $850 million round of financing. The broker got paid a commission to do that. The broker sold the option to SOFI for $80 million odd dollars in cash. Okay. The money came from the 850 million, by the way. So SOFI just used some of the proceeds to buy this call option. Every time the stock goes up a penny, I believe SOFI is making $1.2 million in profit on this deal. I think it's a $120 million deal. 120 million, sorry, it's a 120 million share contract, 120 million shares. So every penny that it goes up, the company's making money. At 1454, I believe they max out their necessary money to buy the stock from the broker on this contract to swap the debt of 850 million for stock for 850 million. The underwriters, the folks who put up the 850 million, are happy to get the paper. They're going to get paper at 950 a share or something like that, and it's trading at 1454. They're delighted. They've put up 850 million that is now worth 1.3 billion. Okay, they're laughing. The accounting firm for SOFI and the shareholders of SOFI will be delighted because SOFI will exchange 850 million of a liability, an IOU, into 850 million of stock. But the shareholders of SOFI will go, the stock didn't come from the treasury. They didn't dilute the company for this. This came from existing free trading stock. That's why there are fewer shares available at $6, $7, $8, $9 a share. Those are all gone. They've been 120 million, but picked up. The key now is there are 180 million shares out there shorted on SOFI. Still, those guys are in trouble. They're in big trouble. Where are they going to get the stock at $5 and $6 a share to cover their shorts? They're not. They're going to have to pay 10, well, 14, 15, 17, 20. They got to pay more. That's where I believe the 1454 price is a level that the stock will bounce up from to go even higher into the 20 neighborhood. That's my personal opinion. We'll see what happens. The man said it before, and I say it again. If you have 100 shares of something and you aren't writing options on them, you need to have your head checked. There you go. Goals when doing spreads, I tend to go for a gain of 5 to 10 US dollars for every 250 US dollar used. Am I not risking enough? Could you maybe give me some percentage-based goals to strive for these trades? Depends on how long your contracts will last for. Depends on what the stock you're dealing with here. But there are viewers here who are using, say, $1,000 of capital and are bringing in 5 to 10% returns in a week to 2 weeks. Now, that may not sound very sexy, but let me tell you, if you can bring in 5% a month on $1,000, 12 times a year, you're bringing in 60% a year. You're bringing in $600 for every 1,000 you got. Now, you got 10 grand in your margin account. You turn it into 16 grand in a year through conservative option writing like this. Well done. Keep in mind, however, that if you do bring in 5% per week or per month, excuse me, and that's low, you're going to compound that. You're going to start writing more credit spreads as you build your capital. Get to 11 grand, to 12 grand, to 13 grand. You're not going to write as many as you wrote when you had $10,000. Now you're going to bring in 5% on 13,000, which is $650 versus $500. You get to 15 grand, you're bringing in $750 versus $500. The compounding effect makes it an even bigger gain. Many credit spread writers on this channel are writing credit spreads that only have 2 weeks to live, where the contracts that they're working on today die this Friday or next Friday. And between now and next Friday, they will roll over this position into another set of contracts 3 and 4 Fridays from now. And so they're bringing in 5%, but they're doing it twice a month. That compounds even more. You have to understand how credit spreads work. You have to understand how shrinkage works on options. This is why I keep saying it. There are 17 classes on my website. Stockmarketswithbruce.ca is where you have to go to find these classes. And you can buy them off the website one at a time whenever you're ready. And understand the business of options. And you want to get into the option business, you better understand what it's about. Otherwise, you're kidding yourself. You're a fool. Don't think you know it all by watching a few YouTube videos and, I know everything I need to know. Not true. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all, and appreciate you all being through here. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today so far. Appreciate you here. Let's see, where are we on these comments? Here we go. The man said it before, said it again. Goals of doing spreads, we just did that. The man debating those I'm debating those January 2027 $20 puts for a 1030 premium. What are your thoughts? Now you're talking about, I believe, SOFI. For those who are not sure what he's saying here, the man is referring to SOFI shares, which are trading at 10 something a share or whatever they're doing here, 1030, 1044 right now, up 4 cents. You can you can write a cash secured put on SOFI. You can write 7s, 10s, 12s, 15s, 20s. Now, if you want to write a $20 put contract that doesn't expire until Jan 2027, you're only going to get 1030 premium. Now, that sounds like a lot of premium, but realistically, you take 1030 away from $20. What's the number? 970. The difference between 970 and where the stock is trading at right now, 1040, is what, 70 cents? This put contract isn't worth your while. It only is giving you a 70% time premium over the book value. You've got to put up $2,000 to write this contract. So you got to put up the $2,000 to get 1,030 back. Okay, you got $3,030 in your bank account now for every option you've done. Fair enough. However, the stock will have to rise in value for you to make any money on this trade because you're only going to make 70 cents if the stock stays right where it is until January 2027. If you were to write a $12 contract or a $15 contract for Jan 26, a year sooner, lower price, you won't get as much money, but you won't have to put up as much money. You have to put up $1,200 to $1,500 depending on which contract you want to write. But you're going to bring in premium, you're going to bring in book value plus significant time value. And it's the secret to the secret sauce to your success, making money on shrinkage from time. Thank you. Charlie, wow, that's a pretty juicy premium. The man. Goals, would selling options be more profitable? I try to take the profit, spread profit, and place as share. Again, you have to decide. You have to decide which way you want to play this. If you want to write call options or put options, cash secured puts, you might be going out in time, a couple of months or a year or more. If you're going to do credit spreads, you might only be doing credit spreads for 1 to 5 weeks or less, with the ability to close the trade out before the options even expire. So, what turns you on? What action are you looking for? Nathan just bought lesson number 6. The more I watch the lessons, the more money I take from the gamblers. That seems to happen around here. The more people watch my classes, the more they know, the more they understand, and the deadlier they become. And that's simple logistics. It just makes sense. Mr. Premium, the option, happy Tuesday. It's time to fill our pockets. SOFI and Rocket Lab are both climbing, Bruce. We're open, I believe. SOFI and Rocket Lab are short squeezing simultaneously. Richard is going, neat. Let's go, says dude. Goals, thank you very much. Welcome all of you to the program. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Let's refresh the market and just take a look at where we're at. Let me do a refresh right over here. Rocket Lab right now, 11.39, up 13 cents. SoFi's at 10.41, up a penny. We've got GameStop down just 3 cents. Matterport is up 1.5 cents. I got a penny loss on 23andMe, nothing going on there. Spire down 15, ATIP up a penny, Smart Rent down half a penny, Apple down 3.16, Tesla is off 166, Microsoft is up 308, Google is up 61, Amazon down 128, Nvidia down 25 cents, Meta down 52. Not much going on over there. Goldman down 115, Cisco down 43, Arc Innovation down 21, Pfizer down 20, HBQ down 41, Unity down 27, AI is down 26 cents. Slight losses here, fractional losses. Adobe down 271, Netflix down 650 at 765 a share. Their all-time high, 773, or at least 52-week high. IBM up 52 cents, 232.27 with the high of 237.37 for the 52 weeks. Vanix Semiconductors down 166. Home Depot down 870. Enphase up 76 cents. Palantir up 44, and Uber up 10 cents a share. Welcome all to the show, the program, and I hope you're having fun watching this market start rolling. The SOFI shares looks like they've been as low as 10.32 and as high as 10.49. Right now at 10.44, we're up 3 cents. The 52-week high for SOFI set yesterday 10.54. So we're about 9 cents short of the high of the year on SOFI. So it wouldn't take much to break into new high territory for the 52 weeks. As far as the markets are concerned, the Dow is down 138 to make it 132. S&P is down 27. NASDAQ is off 73 points. These are all 1/3 to not even 0.5%. Oil up 57 cents a barrel at 71.13 is where we're sitting right now. 10.45 on SOFI right now. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the channel today. Thank you for joining us from wherever you are out there. A worldwide audience, I appreciate you very much. Thanks again for those of you who have decided to take some of these classes. You've made your move. You've grabbed some of these classes to better your knowledge of how option writing can be done, and you're now reaping the rewards. Ricardo, how do you feel about Spire? I wrote a 95-cent put on it, expiring on, was this the 1st of November? Where do you see the stock going? I don't see you talking about it anymore. Thanks, Uncle B. Spire, again, I don't know what contract you wrote. You're kind of leaving me here with a partial picture. I know it's a November contract. It's 95 cents. So where is it in relation to the price of the stock? Give me that. I can try to help you here. Bobby, the Poor Man Cover Call I started on Instacart is working out great. Wrote $18 at... what was this? I wrote $18 at $31 for $15.80. A few short writes paid off. Wrote a 42 for Jan 25. End of long time. Stock is now 43 and holding again. I don't quite understand what this means. Demand. Yeah, I got Jan 26 $10 put right now. Also. We'll buy it back with a 50-cent gain, 50% gain. Bobby, I wrote 211 November 15s on Friday for 45 cents each on Spire. Interesting. Wrote 310 January 25s on Rocket Lab and 10 at 15. Another happy rollover to payout coming my way. Right on, Bobby. Dude, we're looking great here. Caroline, SOFI. I sold call options on SOFI. $11 strike. I'm regretting it now. Should I buy them back at this point and roll the calls, or just let them be exercised and then buy SOFI back? What should I do? Well, you wrote the $11 strikes. You can anytime roll them into 12s if you want to write, out of the money calls, or you can write $15 strikes. Again, it depends how far out you are in time right now. When these expire, I don't know. You could theoretically go forward and say, well, I'm going to buy back these 11s and I'm going to write 12s or 15s even further out in time, maybe 3-6 months further out, for as much money as it's costing me to buy these back or more. Again, Caroline, I don't know your timing, but not to worry too much. Sundance, hi, Uncle Bruce. I got 1,400 SOFI shares. Would you recommend I sell them and sell instead cash secured puts for January 26, $15? Safe travels. Well, you have to understand and you have to look at your personal situation. What did you pay for these shares? Are you liable for a tax hit if you sell them here? Is it a big hit? Is it a capital gain scenario? Is it not that bad? If you were to write Jan 26 puts, right now the stock's at 10.54. We're at the high of the year right now. Thank you very much. Do you write, excuse me, Jan 26 $15 puts What do you get for them? I was showing a little while ago 545 to 560. If you can get 550, let's say, I'm just using a number. If you were to receive 550 a share, you are taking selling at 1050 and turning around writing $15 puts, bringing in 550, which means you are willing to pay 950 a share for a 1050 stock if you were to be exercised. Obviously, if the shares go higher, they go to $11, 1150, these puts will only be worth 350 a piece at 1150 plus time. They might be trading at 475, 485, and you're already ahead on this trade. If you were to write the 12s, you'd bring in 325, 330, something like that. You're on the hook to pay 865, 870 for the stock. Take 330 away from $12. And bringing in 300 and something dollars a contract. Again, with 1,400 shares, is what you said you have? Yeah, 1,400 shares. You're going to bring in right now $14,700, something like that. You almost have enough money to write $10, $15 puts. And that would bring you, like I said, 500 something per contract. So that would bring you $5,000, which you could use to write 3 more $15 puts. So, now you've written 13 puts, against owning 1,400 shares. Nothing wrong with that trade. If you do 12s and bring in 300 something per contract, you can, with 1,400 shares, you could probably write close to 12 of them. Bringing in 300 something, that would bring in 3,600, allowing you to write definitely 3 more. You're going to go to 15 contracts now from the 1,400 position. So, you're in a strong cash position. You're in both cases cash rich. The shares want to go higher. You're a happy camper. You get exercised. You don't mind paying what you got to pay for the stock because you're ahead. You're ahead on the stock. $1 on the 15s and $1, $2 practically on the 8s. On the 12s. Totally up to you. But yeah, look, I don't mind 12s or 15s. I don't. 1054 is where the stock is at right now on SOFI. Giddy up and welcome to the party, everybody. The high of the day, 1058. A high of the year, 1058. Here we are, looking great. Rocket Lab right now, 1130 a share. High of the day today, 1147. New 52-week high. Cash secured puts are another way to go. Also on Rocket Lab, absolutely. A JT Player, why are we selling as it is going up instead of waiting for it to peak? Again, it all depends on how you want to play it. If you do sell the shares and you do write the puts and you bring in this huge cash wad, even if you just sit on the cash you have and you don't do anything with it, you'll have $10.50 a share plus the premiums coming in, and you're earning daily interest on that money. If the puts go up, the stock goes up, the puts go down in value, you'll buy them back for way less than you sold them for, allowing you to roll over into higher priced puts to bring in even more cash. Again, your cash balance is getting larger and larger and larger, and you're hauling in daily interest on more money. Now, on 1,400 shares, as an example, we're talking about bringing in, what did I say, 15 plus $1,000, 14 something like that, almost 15 grand, plus a $500 premium on as much as 8 or 9, 10 of these puts. That's 5 grand more. So now this individual is sitting on almost $20,000 in cash in the account. Instead of holding 14,000 something in stock, he's holding 20,000 in cash. Interest is paid on cash. Nothing wrong with that. Now, think about someone with 10,000 shares. You sell 10,000 shares, bring in $105,000 and write puts. That can bring in as much as 40+% on your money. You got now 140, 150,000 in cash earning interest. Instead of 100,000 in stock earning no interest, you're now sitting on 150,000 in cash earning interest. If this is inside your retirement account, this could be significant. Again, each of you is in a different situation. It's something to think about. You can wait, let the stock go higher, and write call options. Absolutely. And away we go. Nothing wrong with that. RB for fun. I sold a 10.5 SOFI put for Friday at 31 cents. Caroline, SOFI calls expire end of November 2024. Dude, Caroline, you got plenty of time. Time value to book value. So consider that. Maybe you can roll out to 12s in January and get some more cash. The man. How does everyone deal with the short-term gain tax issue and selling options? Remember also, if you're selling a stock for a gain, but you have other stock that you own that you've lost money on, you can sell the loser and the winner, negate one of the other close to it, and then write cash secured puts on both. You can do that as well. Caroline, dude, good advice. Thank you. Be the casino new 52-week high on SoFi. Caroline, thank you for answering. Bruce, I appreciate this. Alex, Caroline, love. I wouldn't do anything. You are out of the money. The contracts you wrote are worthless. What is your average cost on SoFi? Johnny, DJT will be going parabolic. Caroline, JT player SoFi. I sold the calls when it was less than 9. JT, I don't like the idea of selling the covered calls with an expiration past earnings. Earnings come out on Tuesday. If you're expecting positive news come out of earnings report, you may regret that. Again, many reasons to do one thing or another. Isn't this fun? The man, son says, I wouldn't write calls on the shares, take the premium and write cash secured puts. Caroline, Alex, SoFi, average cost of my SoFi stock, $8. Alex, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Familia. I'm number 90 on the thumbs up meter today. A nice pop on GameStop today, please, so I can write some calls. Premiums are the lowest I've seen for some time. Touch grass, patience reaps a sweet fruit. Sundance, thanks, bought SoFi shares for around $8.50. Okay, Alex. Caroline loves, let's see. So your worst case scenario, if you are exercised and you sell them for 37.5 more than you bought them for, you're in a good position. Alex, P.S. Remember, stocks go down as well as up. SoFi might hit 11, but it might go past it. But there's no guarantees. Exactly. Caroline, Alex, that was my thought process. I was happy with selling him at 11. Strike 1 month out. I just don't know that SoFi would spike. Just didn't know it would do that. There you have it. Right now, the market is showing on some of our favorites here. Rocket Lab, 11.23 down 3. SoFi up 8 at 10.49. GameStop down 22 cents. Matterport up 2.5. 23andMe down a penny. Spire at 9.10 down 15. ATIP 580 down 27 cents. Smart Rent 175 up a penny. Apple down 344. Tesla down 197. Microsoft up 562. Google up 81. Amazon down 81. Nvidia down 84. Meta down 19 cents. Goldman Sachs down 194, Cisco down 30, Arc Innovations down 38, Pfizer down 29, HBQ down 49, Unity down 33, AI down 23. Most of these are fractional, less than $1 losses. This market really isn't backing off very much here. 10.49 on SoFi with a high today of 10.58 already in the first few minutes. This is 22 minutes into the day, 4.8 million traded, and there's an upward bias on SoFi. There's a positive article out on SoFi this morning that I noticed, and we'll see just how it plays out going forward. There you have it, 10.49 on SoFi. The U.S. markets right now, the Dow is off 187, S&P is down 25 points. NASDAQ down about 60. Oil is up 63 cents at 71.19 in Texas. Welcome, everybody. 10.50 on SoFi as we're beginning to push 10.50 around again. And we'll see if we can break through that and hit a new high of the year. Thank you very much. And I say keep it going. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you all from popping through and saying hi. Nice to have you here. All righty, there you have it. Thank you all. Let's go through a few things here. There we go. Thanks for being subscribers to the channel, everybody. Great to have you through. We're going member-only commentary now. If you're a member of the channel, please, if you're not a member, please become one. and you can comment now through Trading Time here. And thank you again for all of you for becoming part of the family here. We love having you, and we want to see you guys make nothing but a bunch of money. That's what we want to see here. Thank you all for joining me today for this show. Love to see the SOFI hit new highs of the year. Would love to see this continue. Like I say, those of you who are option writing, way to go. If you're writing cash secured puts, you're watching these stocks go up and your puts go down, you love it. Nice game. You got to love the way this game plays out. Thank you again for answering my poll question, and also for the thumbs ups meter. Appreciate that. 114 thumbs ups have come in now. We have 178 votes now on this poll question. I used a practice account before I started writing stock options. 20% of you say, yep, I did. 80% saying I did not. 178 votes. Only 20% of you say, I tried it with a practice account, risk-free. Jen is surprised by that.
I thought it would be a higher number.
Yeah, Jen thought more of you would be using practice accounts for a first-timer. But hey, a lot of folks here learned how to write options because of this channel. And a lot of people here started watching my classes back in about June 2021. And by the time December rolled around, we were at 6-7 classes already. And then by the next summer, we were at 12-13 classes. And now we're at 17. And a lot of people here who are writing options learned how to write options because of the classes that we created here, and went right into it. Started with 1 or 2 or 3 just to kind of put their toe in the water and see if it would work or not. And have not looked back. And there you go. Good morning, everyone, and thank you. Splair is saying, I am praying for December GameStop $17, $18 for a short dip. I would buy them. I would buy, then the $10 calls back with around about $1,500, $2,000 gain. June, good morning, Uncle Bruce, and all. I'm late to the party, but I am here. I bought an $8 call for Jan 25. Answer to the poll: yes, I brought a contract before watching your lessons, but I did start lesson number 1 2 nights ago. There you go. June is into it. RB, it's funny when I write a call, I hope for my stock to fall in price. I don't mind. Slayer, instead of practice account, I started with $2 and $5 stocks before focusing on cashing into GameStop. Charlie C, I'm selling puts. RB, learning the hard way, burning my fingers is where I learned the most. June, same here, laughing out loud. Susan shops, and I'm praying for GameStop to go up so I can buy back my cash secured puts. There you go. By the way, these 2 calls are actually a $1,200 gain in total, $14 each. Way to go, Splair, making money. Welcome everyone to the show, and take your pound of flesh off of this market and all these gamblers, everybody. I love it. Thank you again for the thumbs ups meter. 116 now. A couple more thumbs ups have come through. 229 of you are here with us. Thank you for joining us. 182 votes now. 183 on the poll question. 20% say I used a practice account before I started writing options. Only 20%. Very, very interesting. On the market right now, let's take a look at some of these stocks. Rocket Lab is down 17. We've got SOFI up 6. GameStop down 23 cents. So mixed bag over there. But SOFI holding in pretty good here with a 1032 and 1058 low and high so far today. 5.7 plus million volume now on SOFI in 28 minutes. The first 28 minutes were 1047 here. Interesting session so far for the SOFI shares. I love it. Earnings a week today. We get the earnings release for the third quarter. The question isn't whether they made money. They made money. How much did they make in the third quarter? And it's not whether or not they're going to make any money in the fourth quarter. We know they're going to make money in the fourth quarter. How much money are they thinking of making? What kind of overall sales are they projecting? Net profit? How many members did they add in the last quarter versus the quarters before? I think it's all accelerating. I think it's accelerating even faster. We'll find out soon enough. No question about it. Right on. Thank you all for joining us so far today for this program. We're excited about where this market seems to want to be going here. RB says, patience, not being greedy, take profit when the opportunity presents itself, are some of the virtues that have proven to be good for me in my options writing. Yes, the art of learning how to fold your arms and patiently wait an option out. That is a way to make money in this business. Time is your friend. It is kryptonite to the option buyer. Terrible, terrible effect. Options expiring out are the worst thing to happen to option gamblers, but the best thing to happen to option writers. And well done, each and every one of you. Thanks for visiting my website. Thank you for taking a look at the options selection that you can find there. If you go to the website, this is my homepage right here. You can't miss it. You click on classes and you'll get this page right here. And if you start scrolling down, you start seeing stuff like this. The opportunity to pick up class number 1, number 2, how to write, call, and put stock options. 3 and 4 are here, using aggressive trading strategies. 5 and 6, winning strategies investors need to know. Number 7, earn income from writing put contracts. How to trade stock option credit spreads. Very important stuff here. 9, how to trade call and put butterfly options. How does Uncle Bruce pick his favorites? Number 11, using poor man cover call writing strategies to quit your day job. Number 12, stock options rollover strategies, calls and puts. 13, stink offers, stink bids, and the psychology of the markets. One of the most important lessons you'll ever take. 14, how to maximize profits from writing stock options. Here's number 15, advanced poor man covered call strategies. Number 16, lesson 16, how to use other people's money to profit in the options market. That's all about condors. 17, fixing option trades and adding cash with smart spreads. Yes, indeed, we're getting more and more complicated per trade. And those of you who have taken some of these classes, you want to have a session with me in private. Here is a private consultation, one-on-one video call just with me. It's $400 for an hour. We usually go over every single time, and you can do these anytime you want. Send me an email if you're interested in a one-on-one on-camera session. I record it privately just for you. I will send you a copy of the completed session. You can rewatch it anytime you like, and we'll go over your particular situation, your career, your family situation, your accounts, your stocks, or whatever you're sitting on. And we'll try to go over the way to maximize the ability to take money off the table from option gamblers. For some of you, you're so close. You are so close to being able to walk away from a career that you maxed out on, that you have no hope of getting a serious raise from anymore. You're at the age now where you can't quit and go to another firm because you're a little older now and you're not going to find the same job. Many of you have discovered, hanging out with this channel, that you can bring in more money writing options than you can working full time for a living. And this is a game changer. This is a life changer, and it might be as simple as learning how to write options and saying goodbye to your employer and just saying, I can make double the amount of money that you pay me, and I don't have to get out of my bed. I don't have to go to the office. I don't have to go to the warehouse. I don't have to get in my car. I don't have to drive the truck anymore. I don't have to, whatever that job is. I'm saying goodbye to that. I am going to be at home now, and I'm going to write options from the comfort of my bedroom, from my living room, my rec room, my home office.
My lineup at Starbucks.
The lineup at Starbucks. There are viewers here who go on holidays to Hawaii, and they take their mother-in-law, their wife, their kids. They go to Waikiki, they go to wherever, Maui, and they go into a nice hotel. They use a credit card that all the time that gives them points and points and points, and they book their holiday with points. They book their hotel with points, and then they have the audacity to go to a Starbucks and line up to buy a coffee for themselves, and they're trading options, writing options, literally waiting in line for their coffee to come out. That is a reality that could be awaiting you. If that interests you, I don't know. Do you want to go to Hawaii? Do you want to go to Bali? Do you want to go to Singapore? Have you ever been to Australia? You want to go there for a month? You can do this anywhere. There are viewers of this channel who write options, who leave their home with X amount of money, and then they come back home a month or two later with more money in their account than when they left. And this is after paying for their vacation. They really like this game. It's a whole lot better than working 40 hours a week for a boss that doesn't give a crap about you and your life. All they want is a promotion, and it's over you. That's all they're looking for. Anyway, there you go. Isn't this fun? What else is going on here? Thank you, everyone, for being with me. What else is going on? Hector, neat. RB, when I go to sleep, my money's working for me. Such a power. Charlie, my thought process is close. Is to close my put contracts before earning and lock in any gains. I expect a drop after earnings if history repeats itself, and then sell more $12 puts if the price changes. RB, make money selling options and selling paintings. This is my life. There you go. Learn to paint more, go for walks, go for a bike ride, spend time with your dog, spend more time with your kids, take your kids to Disney World, homeschool them if you want. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? What's your plan? Do you have a plan? Do you even have a plan? Do you have any idea what your plan could be? A lot of people who start writing options don't understand that in a short period of time, they can make more money doing this than they made doing anything ever before. And then they realize, wait a minute, I'm bringing in 15 grand a month here. I quit my day job. I paid off my credit cards. I don't have a car loan. I've knocked off my student loans. All I have is a mortgage, and it's like, from years ago, it's a really low interest rate. And I have more money coming in than I'm spending, like way more. Half of the dough I'm bringing in, I'm compounding inside my 401k IRA. And the other half of the dough that's coming in is in my margin account. And I'm living off of that, plus, like, it's still growing. What do I do now? Now what do I do? What do I do with myself? Take your time. You got the rest of your life to figure it out. But it sure beats sitting in a cubicle wondering about, can I get out of here? Can I just be let go from here? Can I get out of this hellhole that I'm in? I hate these people I work with. I hate the management, the owners, the big monster company in some other country that controls us. I want out. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you all here. Great to see you. It's great to be joining you. Let's take another peek at how this market is doing. We're down 21 on Rocket Lab. We're down a penny on SoFi. We're down 2 pennies on GameStop. We're down a penny on Matterport. We're not doing much of anything right now, really. Kind of calm. Apple down 2.84. Tesla down $1.38. Microsoft is up $8.20, looking great. Alphabet up $1.35. Amazon up 80 cents. Nvidia up 45, and Meta up 107. One more thing to mention, to reiterate to you, especially you newbies out there. you're watching this channel wondering, what are you all happy about? The market is and you're all happy. You don't have to own any stock to write stock options. That's the big mystery about option writing. You do not need to be a shareholder of any company to bring in option premium and enjoy shrinkage. You can write cash secured puts, you can write poor man covered calls, and you can do credit spreads without owning any shares. When you do credit spreads, you can use as little as $100 per position or more. You can control the timing of these. You can control the risk factor. You can control how much you're putting up. It's a real eye opener. Learning the option game changes people forever. Once you understand how options really, really work, and you get into this, you'll realize, oh my God, I had no idea that I could take $10,000 and I could write 10 $1,000 credit spreads, put credit spreads on NVIDIA. This is a $140 something stock, $3.5 trillion company. With 10 grand, I can control 1,000 shares of NVIDIA with only 10,000. And it's a conservative, out of the money trade. What? I had no clue. I thought putting up 10 grand, I would buy a call option and I could lose it all in no time. I had no idea I could be the seller of the contracts. I could write calls, I could write puts that are credit spreads where I actually put up 10 grand and bring in money above and beyond that. And I'm sitting on all of that cash and I decide how little I give back. I had no clue this was possible until I found this channel. That's what the classes are for. You want to be successful in option writer? Step up to the plate and take a couple of swings, but maybe you should learn the rules of the game first. It's kind of like baseball. There's a lot of rules out there, and some are unwritten. There's 17 classes to help you. It's up to you, totally up to you if and when you want to take a shot at this. All right, kids, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Say thank you for joining Jen and I from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Unbelievable. We're 1,400 miles out of New York, steaming to New York at about 25 miles an hour, 24 hours a day.
4,000 meters of water under our keel.
4,000 meters of water under our keel right now. We will be 500 plus miles closer to New York tomorrow, Wednesday, and 500 plus miles closer on Thursday as we zero in on the Big Apple. So
our closest land now is Newfoundland.
Our closest land is Newfoundland. That's right. We are closer to the New World than the Old World as we're heading back. If you're coming to join Jen and I this Saturday at Carmine's, please send me an email and tell me that. I've got a number of you down here for it, and we're looking forward to seeing you and being with you and getting together with you and pigging out on some pretty nice Italian food. Come on out to see us. Let me know you're coming. Send me an email and tell me you're going to come to Carmine's, coming on your own, coming with a guest. Let us know. Lunch is on us. Come on by and say hi. All right, everybody. Thank you again for everything. All of you on the poll question here. 192 have answered the poll question today. Thank you. And thanks again for hitting the thumbs up button all during the pre-show and the show here during the market. 126 thumbs ups have come in. Thank you again for that. Let's take one last peek at some of our favorites here. Rocket Lab down at 1108, down 18, and SOFI's up a couple of cents at 1042, having hit a new high today of, I believe it was $10.58. Maybe we'll hit a new high here in the next hour or two. We'll keep an eye on it from here. You keep an eye on it from where you are. And let's talk again tomorrow morning and compare notes. Let me know how you're doing, how it's going for you, and keep us posted on how the market is treating you. Take money from the gamblers. Be the casino. Don't be the sap. that is gambling your life away. Be the casino and take the money. Don't forget, knee emojis. The Knights of Knee are your secret weapon out there. They're the ones who are controlling this market and everything around this market. Do not forget to honor the Knights of Knee with your knee emojis. Thank you again for joining me and hanging out with Jen and I for another fun day here on board the Queen Mary 2 ocean liner as we make our way towards the Big Apple. Boeing Tiger, thank you for the knee emojis. There they are. Richard Carlin, Splair has already put them up there. B Tizzle has already got the knee emojis going. Here's J-Boy all over the place with knee emojis. Here they come. One after the other. J-Boy, neat. Here they are. Thank you, everybody, for popping up those knee emojis. Put them up if you can. Thank you all so much for your participation. Hector, I see ya. Splair, I see it. There it is. I see it. J-Boy, I'm having a good week. Sorry. It's okay, J-Boy. Have a great week. Keep making the money. Take the money. Take all of the money. This is beautiful stuff, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tuna Fish is here. Splair is here. J-Boy is going at it. There we go. Knee emojis all over the place. This is awesome. Thank you, everyone. All right, guys. We'll see you first thing here tomorrow. Okay, guys? Take care. Bye for now.